to join an afternoon session also, please tell me. Okay, so then I will put a class at 3 to
No, sir.
6. No? Okay, it's okay. So okay, then do the practice and study.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look at here. We have a server, WinS1, and we have a client, is a WinC1. Guys, first of all, if you want to make two systems should be communicate each other, right? You want to make two systems should communicate each other. Already I told this one. So tell me how to make two systems can communicate each other. Two computers are there. How to make these two systems should communicate each other. Layer 1 wise. First physical layer, right? So tell me how to make two communication each other. I have two computers. What is the first thing we have to do? They should connect it to same switch. So my WinS1 is already in a VMnet 1 and WinC1 should be in a VMnet 1. So that's the first one. So make sure that WinS1. Okay, so I'm using here like this. So because already WinS1 is in VMnet 1. Must be connected to same switch. So we are in a virtual situation. So then the switch is already it is VMnet 1. So go to C1 also must be in a VMnet 1 only. So then they will communicate each other in a physical topology, first physical layer. So first one we will do it. So this is WinS1. The switch is custom VMnet 1. And here it is WinC1 is VMnet 0. VMnet 0. So I have to change it, right? So I'm clicking on with this VMnet 0. Directly it is open the settings. Change it to VMnet 1. Okay. So you guys, you have to speak at least 1 or 2 members. Then you will guide others if they got it out. Okay. So okay, WinS1, VMnet 1, WinC1, VMnet 0. How to change it? Click on network adapter. Change it to custom VMnet 1. So both are in a same private network. Both will communicate each other. So that's the first point. Okay, both are in a VMnet 1. So look at here, both should be in a same VMnet 1. Okay. Next, of course, I will go into power on one by one virtual machine. Okay, both you can power on because I have a availability RAM. So based on my availability RAM, so currently 6 GB. Once I on this one, it become 4 GB. Once I on the second one, it become 2 GB available. So it is available memory is less. So make sure that. Okay. Next. Physical layer completed means what is the next one? Physical topology wise, both are connected. What is the next one? IP address. So WinC1, WinS1, IP address is 172.16.0.254. Not 264, 254. 264 is not there. This is my IP address. Of course, I use a default subnet mask. So 255.255.0.0. That is the default subnet mask. And my preferred DNS is 172.16.0.254. Why? Because of my server is ADDS plus DNS server. Okay, so myself it is a DNS server. So this is my DNS server. So then go to win_c1. So IP address must be changes. Both should be in a same logical network. So what I'm going to do is, for this one, I'm going to change my IP address like a 10, 12, 11, 20, 30, 40, you can give it. No problem. Okay. Subnet mask. Of course, default subnet mask only. Class B. Now, preferred DNS server. Preferred DNS server is a DNS server address. What is your DNS server? WinS1. What is the WinS1 IP address?
One 172.16.0.254.
Very good. So this is your preferred DNS server address. So this is the configuration. We have to do it. Okay. So again, the IP address. Okay. Guys, it is not something like a funny kind of stuff. So like why I'm typing kind of stuff. My point is, when you do work on a network related kind of stuff, compulsory you have to check both are in the same connection, physically connected, means like both are in a same switch connection, means physically they are in the same network, and IP addresses, then only they will communicate each other, right? And why I'm telling a subnet mask, because there is a concept of subnetting. Compulsory check the subnet mask also, because sometimes subnet mask changes, network also changes. My server itself is a DNS server, so I'm putting my IP address on it. Same logical address you have to give. Only thing is host ID will be changes. Okay, so it's a class B. First two portions must be same. Okay, host portions can be different. So you can put whatever it is in the host portion. It's purely depends upon which network you want to configure, guys. No problem. You want to put a 10.0.0.0, no problem. You want to put a 172. You want to put a 192. It is purely depends upon how to
find in IP configuration.
How to find IP address?
How to find DNS?
Yeah, you must know which one is your DNS server. Okay, so our server in our configuration, our server is a DNS server. Our server is a DNS server. If in case for your laptop you want to know which one is your DNS server, mostly your Wi-Fi router. So go to ipconfig /all. This is my laptop. ipconfig /all. If you put this one, so see, this is my IP address, my subnet mask. This is my gateway. This is my DHCP server address, and this is my DNS server address. So this is my DNS server. Okay, my local DNS server is this address. So when you see normally in a Wi-Fi kind of network. So when you see you are getting gateway, DHCP, DNS, same addresses, meaning is you are getting IP from router. So obviously your DHCP server address is router address only. Okay, your router address is gateway like this. Both are same means your router is giving IP address, and also your router is your DNS server here. Okay, like that we can understand. Of course, in some networks you will get a different multiple DNS servers addresses also. Whatsoever it is, this is your DNS server address for your normal system. But in this one, we are already installed DNS server here. So this is a DNS server is already installed. So this is because of that one. So this is my DNS server also. Okay, this is my DNS server also. And the IP address of server is DNS server. I started my client also. Both are I started. Okay, see the available memory. You can put 1 GB for 4 GB laptops. First of all, I want to check my server IP address and DNS server address also by clicking the IP address. Already I given statically. See, available memory become very less. But still have some 2 GB, around 2 GB available memory. So then it is okay. Entire system works smoothly. It's taking time to open. So in WinC1, you have to configure your IP address based on your server IP. Because of both should be in the same network, then only they will communicate. If both are in different network, they won't communicate. You require a router. So we don't have any router here. So we should have a like this. Next. Preferred DNS. So preferred DNS is always our server IP address. Server IP address. Okay, that's we have to configure. Next. Test. What is a test? Both are communicating each other or not. So in WinC1, from WinC1 only we do first of all, because we are adding a WinC1 to server domain. So ping to server IP address. Ping to server IP address. Next, ping to server, like your domain, not a server name, just domain name. Ping it, or FQDN. Also you can do it like a you can ping to wins1.domain16.com like this. The better one is this one. So there is a reason is also there. So I will tell. So why you pinging with the name? Okay. So when you ping with the name, it is okay. So you configure like you are successfully ping, means this ping successful means you can able to communicate to server, right? So if you are able to ping to this one, means your DNS configuration correct. Right. This is easy. Okay. Right. Configuration means you given a wrong one. For example, you given a preferred DNS is like this. When you ping to this, you won't get a reply. You will get some error. You will get some error. Why? Because of this DNS server is not there, obviously. So you've given a correct address and you are able to communicate to the server. with a name, obviously your DNS configuration is right. Okay, so this is we have to do it in a WinC1 afterwards. Okay, so make sure both systems should be communicate each other mainly from client to server. So currently, so I'm logging with the student one. Guys, look at here, WinC1, a local username, local account, and local admin it is itself. It is a student one. Password is admin, sorry, admin@123. Okay, and host name. How to check host name? Command is host name only. Command is also host name. So it is a different name, but I will change it to WinC1. Okay, I will change it to WinC1. Okay, so yeah, obviously it shows internet is not connected. Why? Because of we removed from VMnet 0 to we removed VMnet 0, we put a VMnet 1. So obviously VMnet 1 no internet access. Okay, like this. Now I want to change IP address for WinC1. How to change the IP address first? Tell me. Okay, you can go to network and sharing center or go to run ncpa.cpl. Got it? External noise is also there. 1 second. Close the door. Now a little less noise. Guys, please tell me just you tell me, I will do it very easy. First of all, ncpa.cpl. This is my Ethernet. Now what to do?
Right click.
Very good. Correct. But look at here, Dhcp Enable yes, IP address. Okay, yes. So go to properties, right click properties, or like you can go to properties here also. Good. Next. IPv4, Internet Protocol version 4, IPv4. Next.
Properties.
Properties. Which option?
Use the following IP address.
Very good. So we are configuring statically, so the compulsory second option. So I told like I use 10. Press the tab button, so then automatically default subnet mask is appear. So I want to put that one only. Next, Preffered DNS. So what is my server? 254. Okay, so it's very easy to implement if you plan it first. Okay, if you plan it first, so we can implement it. Okay, now click OK. Close. So again check it. Details. DHCP enable no means static IP address, and this is my IP address, subnet mask, and this is DNS server address. Now test. What to do? Go to command prompt. ping to server IP. From my client only I'm doing. First IP address. Ping successful, meaning is no blockage. Host available, server is available, on condition, network physically connected, logically IP address is correct. Ping to name means I'm directly pinging to my domain name. So now what is it is? I'm pinging to domain name, but it is actually I'm pinging to IP address only. So my DNS server is giving me the IP address of the domain or a domain controller server IP address. So I'm pinging to IP address only, but I given a command ping to name, but I got a IP address. Who given IP address? DNS server will give you IP address. Okay, DNS server will give you IP address. Like you want to ping to WinS1. You don't know WinS1 IP address. So it's trying to get a WinS1 IP address. It is not getting. Now it is got. It contact DNS server. I want the IP address of WinS1. Then I got IP address and I'm pinging to IP address. Guys, remember all communications through IP address only. Not with a name, not with a MAC address. We can't communicate with a MAC address. We can't communicate with the names. We have to communicate with the IP address only. But you know the name, you don't know the IP address. Who will give you IP address for the name? DNS server. DNS server. Understand?
Yes.
Okay. So test is completed. Test is completed. Okay. Yeah, test is completed. So successfully ping. So no problem for a next step. The next step is, okay, so I'm going to change my host name, but if you change host name, you need a restart. Again, double restart is required. So instead of that one, single restart only will complete it. So we are going to change host name to WinC1. Okay. Second, the second one is we are adding WinC1 to domain, which is like a domain16.com. Okay, so we are trying to add a domain to system. So the things are like this. Earlier it is very easy. Now it is, we have to go to settings. Okay. System, first option system. Okay, scroll down, find out about, go to about. There you can find rename this PC. Rename this PC means if you click on this rename this PC, you can change the computer name. So the default computer name is like this, desktop something is there now, that is default one. You can put your name and click next and finish. It asks for restart, it will do it. So I'm not doing it, just cancel it. One more is there, so like a join to domain is also option will be there. So you can join into domain directly. Okay, domain joining is also directly we can able to do it, but it is not showing here. So that is also good, no problem. Okay, you can go to this option, rename this PC advanced. Don't rename from here. Okay, you can rename from here if it is a normal PC, but we are also joining to domain. So that's why rename this PC advanced. Rename this PC advanced. So then system properties window is open. If you want, I will open a magnifier also. Look at here, system properties. Then go to change. So don't do anything here, just go to change. Click on a change. In a computer name, put your computer name. And also you can join to domain same time only. It is single restart. Domain16.com. So there is a spelling mistake. Be careful, guys. verify the names once again before you click OK. Otherwise, it's throw an error, then it is a headache again. Okay, then click OK, and it will ask for authentication. Administrator password. You have to give username, administrator, password. Then click OK, OK, restart now, restart. That's it. Why I'm canceling it? You know that one, right? So what I have to do, so we have to change the name and add a domain win C1 to domain name. So first of all, in win C1, what to do? Start menu, settings, system, about. In the about, find out where is rename this PC advanced. Name this PC advanced. There you have to click on change. Okay, so computer name, give win because it's already different name. So then computer name. Next is member of. In that one, go to domain. In that one, we give your domain name. What is your domain name? That depends upon that you have to give. Then click OK. Authentication. Normally, if you create already users are there, you can use normal user for authentication also. But usually I use only administrator. Administrator password is admin@123. Authentication for authentication, user is administrator and password is admin@123. Okay, so then of course okay kind of stuff. Then finally it is asked for a restart. Okay, cancel kind of stuff, it will be there. So then finally it is restart. Restart now. So then you will join. These are the steps. Then you tell me, I will do it. The first one is start menu. What to do?
Settings. System.
Very good.
About. Rename this PC advanced.
Very good. So it is change. Remove this name.
Win C1.
Very good.
Domain. admin16.com.
Very good. Click OK. Now it is asking for a authentication. Okay, so you want to join a domain, so you need a domain controller, user or a admin account, any admin account. But I have only one account now, so then I'm giving administrator and the admin@123 because administrator password. So server related it is. Click OK. So once everything is correct, means your domain name and you are able to ping to domain name, everything is correct. So then you will get this box. Welcome to the domain.com. So then click OK. Okay, once you got a welcome, then click OK. So it is rotating. It will take time maybe. Why it is rotating? So we got some changing primary DNS name of this computer failed rename The name will be remains this one error specified error does not exist, does not contact. Click OK. So then what will happen? Yes, click OK. Nothing, just it is showing something. No problem. So restart now. Finally. Okay. So click OK, OK, completed. Then it will ask for restart. Just restart. Now I successfully joined to domain. To know it, whether you joined or not, you have to go to server. Okay, go to server. Log into server. Okay, go to tools. So why it is very slow? Okay, go to Win S1 server. The server manager. Tools. That one. Active Directory, users and computers. You have to go to that one. So I put a AD, but it is the entire part is Active Directory, users and computers. I just use AD. Okay, to reduce the text. Okay, there you can go to computer OU. There you can find Win C1. It means you successfully added your client to domain. Tools, Active Directory, users and computers. It is still restarting. No problem. Guys, here it is. Practical is very simple, but the steps are like this. You have to do something in your server and verify in your client, or you are done in a client, you have to check in a server. So like that, you have to do it. Theory is very important. Yeah, we have still 2 GB RAM is there. So in this one, go to OU. So Active Directory, users and computers. Click on a computers. See Win C1. So if you open it, it will tell you what is your computer, what is your DNS name, okay, what type of computer it is, workstation or a server, site and description, what operating system is installed inside, Windows 10, Enterprise Edition, what type of version it is, and other member of delegation, locations managed by dial-in, this kind of stuff, you will get it. So this is your server. Now, if you look at here in a Win S1, it is showing a still student one only. If you log in here, you log in as a local account. So go to other user and you can log into domain user here. That we will see how to log in. First of all, what we do, we'll tell. So guys, that's it. So about how to add a client to domain. How to add a client to domain. So it's the first title. Okay, next one is we'll create a OU and then we create a user and we log in. That will complete our one part of your domain controller related one. Okay, there are so many are there, so don't worry. So I'm trying to find. Yeah, guys, understand how to add a client to domain?
Yes, sir.
Again, it will slow down because text is here. It is very difficult to view. Okay. Guys, practical is 10 to 15, maximum 20 minutes practical only. But explanation will take time, so that's why even though domain control explanation, I didn't take much time. So usually I take a lot of time to do it. So zoom level is, it is going somewhere 100%. Okay. First of all, I have to remove this one check mark. Otherwise, it will slow down my system. Okay. So zoom level, I put at 25%. Change increments 25%. And I remove this smooth edge kind of stuff. Close it. So then you can see, so only 25 like that we can able to increase it. Okay, so I'm going to 150. Already I opened Active Directory users and computers. Click on the domain, right click and create a OUs. Create OUs. Organizational unit. New organizational unit. First I will create one. Okay, like this. You can see new object organizational unit. So organizational unit is a object. I'm creating a new object. Name and this check mark are attributes. Okay. First one is HR. I'm creating just HR. Okay. If this check mark for if you want to delete this OU, you cannot delete it. It protects from deleting OU. If you uncheck it, you can delete the OU also, no problem. Okay. So I'm checking it. So I'm not doing anything. Simple. I put a HR, click OK. HR OU is created. Okay. So here it is. We are going to create a multiple OUs. Okay. Add OU. How to add a OU? So first of all, we have to be in a Active Directory users and computers. That one, so your domain name. So mine is domain16.com. There you have to do right click, new organizational unit. So then give the name. So I put a HR. Then click OK. So this is what I've done, but I want to create a more kind of stuff. So IT support, multiple OS. It's your wish to create anything like a batch wise. Also you can create it. Developer, under developer sub OS also will create it. Testing, testers. So you can go with testers, HR, counselors, trainers, like that. So multiple OS you can create it. Earlier days I create a OS like a CCNA, MCSA, Linux, like that also you can able to create it. Okay, these are the OS I'm planning to create. So we'll see. Already HR is completed. We'll create a other one. Again, I want to create a IT support. What to do? Domain name. Click on domain. Right click. New organizational unit. IT support. Okay. Again, I'm creating another OU, that is a developer. Under developer, I want to create. So I right click on a developer. Under developer, I want to create sub OUs. So that's why again right click on a developer, new organizational unit. Java. Again under developer, I want to create another sub OU, .NET. Under developer, I want to create not user, Python, new organizational unit. Now I created OUs. OU creation is done. Okay, so these are the OUs. Now guys understand how to create a OU and sub OUs. How to add a user. users in the domain is AD users or domain users. So these users we call it as a AD users, Active Directory users or a domain users, but we are adding a users in a different OUs. So first of all, list the OUs. Okay, I'm going to add some users here. Here I want to add a Archana. Oh. Okay, so first of all, I want to add a user in a HR OU. So Archana become HR now. So right click on a HR or click on HR and you can right click in the empty space also. Otherwise, right click on a HR, new user I want to create, new user. Guys, look at here. It is giving something like Archana. This. So we need a. You can, if you don't give other names like initials, last names, if you don't give also no problem. Only we require first name and login name is required. So I'm giving login name as a first name, login name same. Okay, if you don't give last name also no problem. You can give a random name or a last name. Okay, so what's it is like a last name is M, like that I am giving. So look at here, it is archana@domain16.com or domain16/archana. In both the ways you can able to login. I will tell what is it is. Just look at how I create a user. Okay, give the password. I'm giving password is admin@123, or you can give the different passwords also. Okay, but I'm giving same password because I don't want to put a different, again think about a new password kind of stuff. Guys, these are the 4 options are there. The first option is user must change password at next logon. Meaning is when you create a user, okay, when you create a user, what will happen? So when you create a user, like for example, you joined in a company. So you given all your details. Your HR forward your details to system admin. To system admin. Guys, understand this is the one of the ITL process. Okay, so I will explain here only, but I will remove that one. Okay, so you join in a company. Okay, you're a user, you join in a company. Your HR forward details to admin. Your admin will create an account for you and you'll give a dummy password. You'll give a password and you will give to your information like your username and your password will send to you. So welcome message, welcome Archana. So this is your username and password. So you went to the office and you log in with your username and password. Immediately it will shows, please change your password because the password is fixed by admin only. Okay, so you want to change the password. I'm insisted. I'm an administrator. I'm insisted. You must change the password in a first login only. So you must change the password. So then you have to remember this password. Okay, so you have to give 2 times password. It is like a confirm password, old password first, confirm password like this. So whenever you give a username and password, immediately change your password. So that is this option. Now I don't want to think second password, so I removing it. It means whatever I given a password, you must use that password and it won't ask you change password. Next, user cannot change password. It means admin give you a password, you cannot change that password. You can't change the password. If you uncheck it, you can change the password. User can change password. Check it, user cannot change the password. By default, password validity is 42 days. By default, 42 days your password will be expired. If I select this one, your password never expires. Password never expires. Okay. Account is disabled. Account is disabled again. Today is the 7th. Today is the 7th. So admin is created your account on 7th. But actually joining date is, for example, 10th or 11th or 15th something. Okay. On 10th, you have to log in. But you are already got a username and password. You try to log in, right? So what I will do, I'll create your account, but I put them in a disable mode. So obviously you cannot log in. So uncheck this one. So it is better uncheck everything and do next. Finish. So if finish is successful means you are already created an account. Okay. So again, guys, we'll create another 2 users in the IT support. 2 more users in the IT support. So then we'll see the 2 users here. So I'll take this Rajnish, Ranjan. Yeah, full name, off name, user 1, user 2. Also you can create it. Now tell me, I want to create a user in the IT support. How to create IT support? Right click.
New user.
Very good.
Then
These are not required. Initials and last names are not required. Just for fun, I'm putting. Okay. So this is very important. Which name you are given, that is very important to log in. If you forget this name and you put this name, it may not log in. Unselect this option. Make sure everything is clear. If you put these 2 things, no problem. Okay. First 2, don't put it. Password. Next, finish. See, account is created. Yes, 1 second, sir is coming. Sir. పర్వాలేదు చెప్పండి.
sir, you are not audible, sir. Sir, please unmute, sir.
Sir is on another call.
Okay. Nothing, just I am muted. Don't worry. Okay. Sai sir called me for some information. Okay. So next I'm going to create Sai Babu and Priya in a different voice. Tell me. So first one, new user.
First name Sai Babu.
So you don't give any other things also, no problem.
Sai Babu. Next.
So unselect this one, guys. But you have to read all options. Okay, in Java. So Priya become a Java developer or Python developer. Like this, just for fun only, just for means like a one user is okay, but I am creating multiple users to see. So it's different OUs. We can put a different usernames. Okay. For example, Rajnish become a Java developer, so I can move Rajnish to Java or a Python. So what I am doing is like a Rajnish become a Python developer, so we can move Rajnish to Python. Okay, so where is the developer OU and sub OU is Python. So like this. So now it is in a Python. Okay, I'm moving back because I wanted two users here. Okay, so like that we can able to move it from one user to another user. And lot of people, they create a users under users OU. If you look at here, it is how clumsy it is. Already administrator is there, a user is there, but remaining are groups only. If you create a users in this one, it is very difficult to find it. It's very difficult to where it is, it is difficult. But if you are in a different OUs, it is very easy to accessible, and also you can apply a group policies and we given a delegation control. This is OUs and how to add a users. So in this part, the last one is how to log in to a domain, how to log into a client PC, means domain PC. Okay. Login, user login to domain, user login to domain PC. It is actually. First of all, I will try Archana. Okay, I will try with Archana. So then Archana, like this, it is showing, right? So guys, if user account is like this, means the login account. So this is a login type. Okay, this is a login type is like this. The name is like archana@domain.com, means the thing is UPN, universal principal name, universal principal name type of login, UPN login type. It is universal principal universal principal name. For example, you log in like this. It is a old type of login, still working. This is a called as SAM account. SAM account. What is this SAM account? So at the time of Windows NT server. Okay. So domain database. Okay. So domain database is SAM database. SAM, that name is database name is SAM base. Authentication is NTLM type. Okay. So in Windows NT, we don't have a active directories. No active directory concept. No active directory, no forest, no trees kind of stuff. No forest concept, no trees concept. So nothing is there. Just it's a domain. Okay. No FQDNs. No FQDNs. No fully qualified domain names are not required. So that's why it's not a very big architecture, but still it is a initiation from the Windows NT server. So this is Windows NT server type. in the 2000 type only. At time of 2000 also, this way people are logging. Now you can log in like this or like this also possible. We can see it. So I'm going to client. Go to Win C1. First time you log in, go to other user, then login. So I will tell you so different ways. So like this, first is student 1. So go to other user. Okay, sign into domain 16. It means you give a name and a password. So if you click next, means like this, you will log in because of already it is showing your domain name. Already it is showing your domain name, means you are logging to domain 16 domain only. Otherwise, you can log in like this. You can specify your domain like this. This is a user principal name. Like this also, you can log in. You can see sign in to domain16.com. Otherwise, you can log in / you can log in like this also. So any which ways you can able to log in because of we are all in the same network, same domain, single domain environment, single forest environment. So you can log in. So make sure that it is showing signing into. Go to other users, username, password. Make sure your domain name is showing in a bottom. Okay, see it is automatically get the information from the server and it is login for a first time. Guys, when a user is login to a computer for first time, it will take time because of background profile settings, application settings. So obviously it will take time. Okay, so it will give hi goodbye kind of stuff. So here it is, user principal name, Sam account name. So two ways you can able to log in. But I here it is. I give an Archana and the password. Password is admin@123. That's it. Log in and verify. Actually, I want to take few things like group policy also. Yes, I will tell group policy. One group policy I will tell. Okay. At least some part will be completed. DHCP, DNS, mainly two topics are pending. So tomorrow we'll see DHCP and DNS.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, any doubt, anytime you can consult any issues. Like mainly we are working with the two systems. So one is server, one is client. Okay. If anybody got a confused or a problem, a login issues, okay, just simply put it in a group. Okay, personal messages sometimes I will see and all. If you put in a group, advantage is if anybody knows, like one person has got an issue, he told me in a personally, like send a WhatsApp message, sir, I got this issue, we solved it. Another person got same issue, again how to solve it, right? So instead of that, when you put a group and everybody knows you got some issue, and once you know how to solve it, okay, and again someone has got the same issue, you can guide them. So it is not like every time is like centralized administration, decentralized administration. Domain controller, the Active Directory is a centralized administration, domain is a centralized administration. OU is decentralizing it. Okay, so we are divide each users and computers into separate OUs, right? So like that, I'm a centralized person, so I have to take care of individual issues, right? Also, we can able to decentralize, like if someone has got an issue, so you can tell them what to do. If you can case you don't remember, or maybe if I required, so then automatically I can tell. Okay. Yeah. So meanwhile, so I want to tell people who are working in the VMware VirtualBox. Also, guys, again, do not connect internet to your server. Okay, and that too when you are doing this practical, so compulsory you are in a private network only. Don't put in a server. Okay, don't put internet to your server kind of stuff. So why I'm telling it is there is a problem when you practice DHCP. First thing. Second one thing is IP address related issues. You will get it. DHCP IP addresses and of course Active Directory IP addresses. Third one is very important one is updates. When you are working, you are getting updates. Your practical become very slow. We are maximum 3 to 4 days only. We are work with the server and client. Okay, that kind of stuff. So we don't require to update your Windows machine, right? So it will take a lot of time. So compulsory, go to your server, go to settings, make sure it is connected to host only, go to network, connected to host only adapter or internal network. If it is internal network like this, okay, and go to your client. In a client also must maintain same network only. Internal, host only, like that only. Otherwise, what happen? Both are connected in a different networks that they won't communicate each other. And both the places you have to assign IP address. Practical remaining is same. Setting is different. Environment is different. Of course, I can't start both the machines now. Yeah, we got my machine back. You can check it. Guys, there is a difference between network and internet. Internet means outside connection. Network means internal connections. See, it's showing Archana. The question is here. In the Win C1, may I created Archana account? May I created Archana account in Win C1? Did I went to Win C1 and I created Archana account in that one or not? Or where I created Archana account? Where I created Archana account?
Server.
Very good. I created a Archana account in the server and where I log in in the client. So that is what you're all about your domain controller kind of stuff. We don't create accounts in the client. We create account in the server. We log in the client. And I given a password. Okay. And the domain is my domain 16. I log in. Sign into domain. Okay. So this is all about your basic practice. If anybody want to see how to log in with other user, I want to log in with Sai Babu. What to do? So again, sign out from the Archana and log in with the Sai Babu. Sai Babu also not created in a client. So I created in a server only. Yeah, your server will locks frequently. You know why? Again, power options. Again, because of power options only. You can go to control panel for a power options. So power and sleep settings. Or you can go to control panel. Yes, every 10 minutes go to, or I put a never sleep. or you can go to additional power settings, or go to turn off the display properties, then kind of stuff is also there also you can able to do it. It is in a balanced mode, so no problem, but I put a never, I changed it directly. Okay, we'll see. Actually, so already Archana is login, so I go to other user. I want to log in with the Sai Babu. Again, it will take time. So Archana in a HR OU, Sai Babu in a IT support OU. But login is same because user belongs to domain, not belongs to OU. So only is for OU is like a container. Organize the users and computers and groups in different containers. Guys, I already have forwarded some PPTs. Also, I will forward group policy PPT to you. I will forward. I'm forwarding now. Implementing group policy. Okay. ఎందుకు basics of networking తీసుకున్నారు నా Okay, so successfully login. So same concept, the domain concept it is. I create a user in the domain and login in the client. So centralized administration. Okay, guys, understand concept of your domain controller kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
Audible?
I'm stop recording here.